Feel. This feeling right now, man, I swear it feel. Yeah, it's all about us.
In 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Boom, boom, boom. What's up, guys?
We are here, dude.
Where are we?
Where we at, bruh?
Dude, I don't even know. We actually got kidnapped here, and the only thing that was left is our podcast equipment. So we did make a vow that every week that we were going to be doing this. So
we just
Here
told
we
our
are.
kidnappers that our captors that we were gonna have to escape for just a brief little stint so that we could make sure that
they
we
understood.
And they got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they knew.
they get it.
And they'd heard a couple episodes, and so
They like it. We gave them a T-shirt. It was all good.
it was fine.
An unreleased T-shirt at that.
No, but in all seriousness, though, we're in LA, and we actually won for Christmas. Well, it's actually not really just Christmas gift. It was a combined gift, but basically for Z and I's 21st, which happened a few years ago, and my parents' 50th. We never really did any sort of like big celebration, any sort of like a trip or anything. Like, I know that they wanted to take us both to Vegas and stuff, and just never ended up happening. So they're doing, they decided, in efforts with, in a collaboration with Santa Claus,
Shout out to Santa, dude, because these elves, I think, from what I heard, and I actually had to help one of the elves with this part of the gift, because when you get to a certain age, then you have to start helping out with Santa and stuff like that sometimes.
Right.
So for me, I got a call from one of the elves, and the elf said, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to print out a few copies of this. So I'm gonna need you to go to the office."
Oh,
your
so
office
you
of
knew?
work.
So you knew this was happening beforehand?
No, this was after the gift.
Oh,
So the elf then followed up and said, "Hey, you know what? We actually still need you to print
Yeah.
some papers." So
We had to make a run.
dude. It's been a busy ass jaunt just getting us to this point.
Well, it's been a busy break.
from what a break this has been,
Dude.
It hasn't even been a break.
It's been fun. It's been a fun whirlwind of events. That was what it's been. I think, and it's really just this time of year gets so hectic.
Yeah, it does.
To where it's like almost every night there's something different. It's family shit. There's a holiday.
When we had our great grandma passed, she's 90. She was 98, so she passed. So we were dealing with that, but we'll get into all that. But as always, guys, I'm Z.
I'm Jay. We're Jay-Z.
We're Jay-Z, guys. We're the Weber boys. Dude, it feels weird, man. I gotta be honest. It feels a little weird doing this without headphones, A, and then B, like I'm all hunched over, dude. I feel like I'm about to go number 3 all hunched over like this.
I don't feel
I'm in that
weird
number
with
3 pose. That hermit crab, boy.
I don't
call that the Scottsdale slump.
I don't really feel it I don't feel that weird. Just
although I am trying to decide how I want to sit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm sitting pretty normal to how I always sit.
I have a lot of
The only
options.
difference is I don't have a desk right here. So
I'm not sitting that different.
quite
either.
honestly, I'm just more.
We ended up picking up these mic stands.
I'm more free. Yeah, we got the mic stands from our boys at Guitar Center.
Yeah, and they're cool. They're only like $35, which I was happy about because most of the shit isn't that much.
Yeah, but normally, like in this sort of equipment, when you do get into that cheaper range, it's real shit. Like just
this is actually pretty nice. Justin's trying to catch a fly for the people not watching, and guys, we're also doing this video.
Dude,
you get it? No, you didn't. I just saw it fly up out of your hand.
Oh, did you?
Out of your hand.
Did you? What's it? What's there? What's that?
Maybe you
What's
missed
that,
his friend.
Z?
All right, dude. All right. Great.
We're all
impressed.
I got the fly. I caught it with fucking.
Great.
Okay, what were you saying?
Chopstick. Yeah, so Anyways, we're in this hotel room and we're doing this damn thing. So shout out
We're
to
showing up.
us.
Shout out to Santa Claus though. So we're doing this cruise. We've never been on a cruise.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise, so I'm actually excited about it.
I'm
We're not on the
excited
cruise yet.
Fuck, dude. Everybody's been on one. I feel like.
Yeah, everyone's been to Hawaii and everyone's been on a cruise, and I've done neither.
Yeah, same. You know, and it's kind of one of those things, dude. It's real tough to just get us to be able to get on a vacation. Whether like it's just always been tough to get away for longer than like 3 or 4 days.
Well, I feel like a dick too because when I first found out that this was happening and like especially on such a short notice, I was like, are you fucking serious? And then I like had to check myself for a second. I'm like, hold up, homeboy, you're going on a cruise. Let's relax a little bit. Let's not. I'm like, I need more time in advance. I'm like, hey, Brad Pitt,
Chill out.
you're good.
Yeah.
Hey, who's even a famous podcaster other than Joe Rogan? Hey,
Adam
Joe Rogan.
Carolla.
Hey, Adam Carolla.
Hey, Dax Shepard.
Yeah.
Would shout out to
Hey,
Dax
Conan
Shepard.
O'Brien.
Dude. Fuck Conan O'Brien.
Nah, dude, Conan's cool.
No, he was cool.
I like Conan. Anyways, yeah. So I just want to pre-warn everyone too that this is kind of going to be a one of those willy-nilly podcasts that we were talking about before, because we just didn't feel like putting together show notes and.
Well, I mean, we had a couple of things, dude, but this is that time of the year, man. And honestly, what I thought might be a fun thing to do is just like
have it be like a fun episode, like a substitute teacher day.
Yeah, dude, because we got a substitute. I'm almost thinking like, what if we just put on? What if we just roll on a movie, you know, and we just sit and watch it?
Well, that'd be copyright issues. That's the reason we're not doing it.
But I think what we should do the equivalent of that though, and just make it about, you know, looking forward to the new year.
For sure. I think
I got to tell you, dude.
We are coming into the new year, and I forget to talk about that every first episode. This is the last one of 2018.
Well, and we're not gonna. When is Wednesday? Is that the 2nd?
Might be.
I think we're gonna miss. Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking once again, dude. We forgot to wish everyone a happy New Year. So I guess a day late.
No, I think we did.
Maybe, but.
I think we touched on it.
We're getting better. You know, the thing with the podcasting, dude, is the calendars are real difficult to manage because we're not used to thinking in terms of like 3 or 4 weeks out. So, you know, with the podcast being like 3 days, we shoot them on Monday, and then but today is Sunday. But normally it's Monday, and then they go out on Wednesday.
We're doing it a day early. We just got here.
And then we got to factor in, you know, the weeks and shit, so it gets difficult. But, yeah, the reason we're doing it on Sunday is because we're going to go on the boat tomorrow, and we're not very confident about the uploadability.
Yeah, because supposedly we got, like, the Wi-Fi package or whatever, but I don't know how good that ever is. But like, honestly,
I'm sure you could just do like social media stuff, and
I'm sure
Snap Time and whatever they do.
Whatever like normal people are doing on cruises, non-podcasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can't be any worse than our I mean, this is going to be a really shitty transition to what our weekend was, but yesterday or last night we watched the fights and talking about shitty internet.
Dude.
We went to our parents to watch the fights, and holy shit, dude, they had just
we tried to get it on the on-demand thing like we normally do. Like we normally have some sort of a fight party at their house, and of some kind, you know, where they make fight food and shit. We go over there, but and then we ordered on demand, but it wasn't working, and so we popped on the Apple TV to get it on there,
like the UFC app.
Yeah,
that didn't work.
Well, it worked, but it was just buffer city, dude.
What'd you say? It was like watching porn in the 2000s or something?
Yeah, dude. It was a lot like trying to go on the hub back in probably 2007.
That's not fun, man.
2008.
That was before like my
I'm talking first
number 3 in, but
I'm talking first gen iPhone, dude. That's what that was like. So if anybody even remembers what that was like with the first gen iPhone, when you were first privileged with the capability to
Of
even
number
go on
three?
yeah, just use your phone, I guess.
I thought you were saying the privilege of going number 3. But I
yeah.
guess that's kind of always a privilege.
But other
or
people,
not.
yeah, but you didn't always need to have an iPhone to do that.
True. A lot of people use the memory bank from what I hear. Anyways.
Number 3, and dude, so the fights were nuts. We missed actually the majority of the card.
Yeah, because of the internet connect. Because then we tried to go back to the Cox thing, like on the on the actual pay-per-view, and then like it still wasn't working. So then my poor mother, God love her, was sitting on hold with Cox the entire night trying to like get it all figured out. So
It was a shit show.
we ended up getting to the main event. I was bummed about that.
Yeah,
John Jones.
Yeah, we had to. It was kind of like a slideshow too. Like that was how slow it was.
Yeah.
That was what D said. That was what our dad said.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's
it was
like watching a
Getty
slideshow.
Images.
Yeah, but
Like you just get like all the pictures of the night from the fight and then just throw it all into a slideshow.
yeah.
That's like a compilation.
So we had to deal with that for the first round and a half of the final fight before we had the Cox on demand deal back up and running. And then we got to get, the rest of that fight, which didn't last much longer, but we missed all the other ones. And from what I hear, Cyborg, who no one probably knows about, was a freak of nature of a girl fighter who has just been on a tear forever, has been dethroned. She was supposedly the GOAT, and now we got
Amanda Nunes.
we got
beat Ronda.
Amanda Nunes, dude, who is a beast.
She just came out of nowhere. Well, not really, but
She's been
going. But
she's a beast though, and she's cool. So if anybody's interested, check her out. And then the main event was
I'm just chilling.
just you are so lounged up. Get your Uggs on.
Just rude.
We had Gustafson and John Jones. And fucking John Jones just is a beast.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a specimen in there.
Yeah, he is. He's good, man.
He'd be tough. He's tough to beat.
But I just kind of saw that coming. But I also had an itch that Gus was gonna win. But I had a feeling that like right as soon as it's just crazy because MMA's become so like grappling oriented. How do I look like shit over there?
Well, I'm just hoping that your leg's not blocking you.
My face,
Yeah. So just less
leg.
Yeah, just care a little bit. You don't have to care all the way. Just care a little.
Okay.
Just give a little bit of a fuck.
I can do that. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but the fights are fun. The fights are fun to watch.
They always are, but it's never fun when your guy doesn't win. And I find that like a lot of the times.
I like John Jones. I'm just getting so tired of everything going on with like I just feel bad for like all the people because that for like those that don't. I don't even want to get into the whole situation because it's so much of a story. But like
there's a lot, but
like the main
most people know of it too, though. I mean, he's a popular guy.
Yeah, he is for sure. Shit. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably tuned into that fight, and that could be a count of the buffering as to why it was so slow. I'm thinking maybe. I don't know. Hopefully it did well, though, and
yeah, who knows?
I guess hopefully they got paid at least, but John Jones probably doesn't deserve it the most, but yeah. But yeah, last week, Christmas was fun. We got
Christmas was great, yep.
Family. Is it family or family?
It's familiar.
Family.
We're family.
Dude, and I haven't even started like drinking.
Yeah, dude, we're
partying like a rock star yet.
Well, we got a little bit of jet lag, dude, because we drove here from home, so it's kind of a it's a jaunt. It's a 5 or 6 hour mission.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a full.
And that's what it is. It's a mission. So.
And I always gotta pee, man. I don't know. Number one, I don't know if anyone else has this problem with road trips, man, but like. It's been recently. I used to be better as a kid, but ever since I started drinking so much water and having to go to the bathroom so much, it's like I barely even take 2 sips of a water, and I think about how much longer we have to go, and then I just feel it start coming, and then I'm like, all right, I'm fine. And then like an hour passes, and then I'm still fine. And then another hour passes, and then I'm like, all right, I'm
You gotta
I
go.
gotta go.
Yeah.
And then it's like the hour and a half mark passes, and then it's like, how much longer we got? And then 10 minutes.
Someone else gotta go.
And then it's like, what the fuck, man? And then you just gotta go so bad, it just pinches like your entire body, and you feel like you're dying.
I really like not having headphones on, man, to be honest.
Do you?
Yeah.
It kind of scares me because like I don't have the confidence. So I don't know how I sound. So like part of that freaks me out.
Well, I'm getting ready to. I mean, I'm gonna be growing my hair out fairly long.
Yeah, you've been talking about that. I'm trying to grow mine out a little bit too.
And
It's the new thing. It's what everyone's doing.
Everyone's doing it. I've always done it.
Nah, I don't think everyone's doing it, but
They better not.
But that's always been your thing. Like that's kind of like your trademark thing.
The long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel so naked without show notes. Now that we've been doing it for 2 months, it's like, dude, what are we even gonna talk about?
I know, dude. Well, those are really helpful for the week, but we've just had a lot of like meticulous errands. We had to run down to Tucson to get your passport dealt with.
Yeah, to get a passport
They
renewed.
because they got passports on the spot in Tucson. So if you're ever in a bind and you're about to go on a trip and you don't have your passport updated, you just zip on down to Tucson. And
For those that don't know, Tucson's like a 2.5 hour drive. But the funny part about that is
2.5 hour drive south from
we were
Phoenix.
probably about an hour and 45 minutes in, and we get a call.
Oh yeah.
And my car has like the Bluetooth thing or whatever, so I click the play and we're both listening. And she's like, "Hi, this is Teresa with the US passport department." "Oh, okay, cool. What's going on?" "Yeah, so the picture you gave me has this like white bright light on your forehead and we can't seem to get it out. So, have you left town yet?" And I'm like, "What do you mean have I left town?" Like yeah, as a
We
matter
left town immediately because we got shit to do, lady.
Yeah, I've got to because we had to go get all this stuff. We had to start set up so we could be able to do this on
the road.
And she's like, "Oh, so like where are you at?" And we're like, "Well, we're in Florence." And
Which is way closer to Phoenix than to Tucson.
yeah.
It's like,
And she's like, "Oh, you okay? So you're all the way by Mesa. Okay. Oof. All right. So I'm gonna see what I can do. So you guys just keep driving, and I'm gonna try and get
we're
it
only
figured out."
getting closer to Phoenix.
Yeah, so I'm
lady,
thinking-
and you guys shut down shop at 3.
Yeah, well, that was the problem. So we're looking at 2:30 when this call comes through. So we're still about an hour away from town.
Plus, dude,
from
we
actual town.
had A-Train with us,
Yeah, we had Ari.
and he was shitting his pants in the back seat.
Yeah, dude. He was going
He was
number
a-
10, dude, and just
He was
farting, the
ripping
entire
ass
time.
the whole way back, and
Kept
so
stinking.
God knows
But
he
it
had the
kind of
number.
smells like beef jerky. So then you're like, who opened the beef jerky? Can I at least get some beef jerky? If I get to smell fart, can I at least get a bite of the beef jerky?
Yeah, well, I guess
There's never beef jerky.
But yeah, it never is. And then, but it was only a matter of time till he had a number 2, and so there was no way we were gonna make it all the way back down to Tucson, and then
yeah, dude.
he would have shit all over your car.
Dude, that was scary because I was thinking in my head, well, I was like, we're not gonna have time to get a new passport photo. Because what was frustrating,
Yeah,
is
dude,
I
you would have had to.
specifically went to Walgreens to get the passport photo. They have a service there. You pay $15
Yeah, dude.
for the actual passport photo.
Yeah.
And the guy, dude, that took my passport photo
This thing is so uncomfortable.
didn't want to be
This
there.
chair.
He didn't want to be there at all, dude. That's like my chair, the actual studio.
I mean, this thing's just digging into my spine.
At least you can lean back in that one.
But it's just.
But anyways, so the guy that took my passport photo just didn't want to be there at all until he started telling me about his trip coming up and his vacation, why he needs to get his passport fixed, and then he was cool. So isn't that crazy how customer service works like
Selfish,
that?
dude. People are just
In
selfish.
in general, I get it. Like, I don't really care to know, but here's my thing: it's reciprocal for my own life because I don't really care what other people have going on for the most part, but I don't care for other people to know what I have going on. So it's like, I'm not a dick really because I'm not telling you about my life because I don't really want to talk about my life.
So
Because just
therefore,
tune into the pod, dude.
Yeah.
I'm streamlining this shit for that reason, so we can just cut out that small talk. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that, but I think to a degree, like that guy maybe doesn't have a platform, and so maybe
It's true.
maybe
his
you're his
platform.
only platform.
Well, I bet a lot of people like that are at work, because they work so much, and I probably would be that same way, because I'm cooped up working all the time, and if I didn't have this, I don't socialize that much,
Yeah,
or we don't, rather.
yeah. I mean, we keep
I've got a couple friends,
pretty tight circle,
tight circ.
but also not though. I mean, everybody's welcome.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
just
thing.
But what's hard is like you got there's just a lot of friend groups that have been established over the years, and because we've moved around and been a part of so many different things. How rude is this, dude? Who's calling me right now?
So rude.
On a Sunday. So many different friend groups have been established that we've been a part of a lot of different ones, but we haven't been able to grow and mature and like go throughout the different phases of life with each of those groups, and so that makes it hard to.
Well, because like their main friends, they've all gone like together. They've all come up together. So it's the same reason why you and I are so close. Same reason why those people are close, because
Well,
they
and
grew
we've
up.
had like we've been parts of those journeys for different groups,
For
but
sure.
like
And
it's
at
just
certain phases or certain eras.
but it just it wasn't ever like one thing, and so that's always made it difficult for us
Right.
to keep that group big. But I don't know. It's fine the way it is, and
yeah,
I
don't
think
mind it really.
no,
Because
it keeps me productive.
that's how I feel.
And I have my friends that I can hit up, that I talk to once every few months, and
And that's what I
nothing's
prefer.
changed.
Yeah, like I've got like my closest
perfect.
friends, like outside of you is the same thing. Barely talk to them. Hit them up once every couple months, maybe like DM them here or there if you see something they post that you like, or just have something to say. Like I
But
just
they're all
DM my
busy
buddy.
doing shit,
Yeah, dude, everyone's doing stuff.
Like they got their own careers they're chasing after, and
I
just doing shit.
think for me though, like a big part of it for a while when I first was like graduating high school, I needed to like almost separate myself from so many people because they were doing so many different things. So there's a lot to the productivity side that you were talking about, because for me I was thinking like, I need to be working, doing these other things. I can't be distracted seeing these people on social media doing really the opposite, or doing the one thing that would hold me back. Not saying it's holding them back, because if you're in college and that's what you're doing, partying on a Thursday night's not a problem.
Right.
But if you work Monday through Friday and you party on a Thursday night, you just can't really. And then, Friday's your busiest day when you're most needed. You can't really do that. So for me, I think I just needed to like separate. But when the problem is you do separate from people, you're not relevant in their life, then they don't really engage. You don't really hang out. They don't ask you to hang out. If you're never available, why would they ask you to hang out?
Well, I mean, it's really like anything, if you want to
Kind of have to nourish it.
Well, yeah, and you got to make yourself really just attractive and available. It's the same thing with dating. It's the same thing with sales. It's the same thing with friendship. I mean, it's all anything to do with relationship. You got to make yourself attractive, meaning that you're providing some sort of value, and then you got to be available, because otherwise.
The availability seems to be like the key.
Well, it's huge because I think it's such a security blanket, and I think I'm starting to realize this now, and it's taken me so long to figure this out, but like the availability element is really a security blanket, because if I don't make myself available for somebody, then they feel insecure about how I feel about them. Because and I know that because if people continuously aren't available for me in whatever way, then I'll start to be like, well, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, you start thinking about it for yourself.
And I don't ever think about when I'm dealing with that, or like when I'm on the receiving end of that, I'm never like, well, I wonder what that person's going through and what their life is like.
Right.
But when I'm on you know, the other side of it, and I'm the one that's not available, then I don't even think about what they're thinking about me. I'm thinking about, like, I got my own shit I got going on.
Right.
So I'm just worried about me not being available. I don't really care how that person feels about me not being available. It's not that I don't care. It's just I don't know to care. You know, sometimes.
Yeah, well, you don't even think about it because...
But I think everybody's like that. You know,
I've just been thinking about that.
We're all like that.
Because...
But availability is, I think, is synonymous with security in the relationship context.
For sure. Because I just think about it all the time because so many times you're doing stuff that, like... Or so many things happen to you and you think, like, say you... we'll keep this like a really, like, basic example. Say you match with a girl on an app, or you slide in a DM or something like that, to where it's just online, you don't actually know the person, it's whatever. Say you DM them, and it's a compliment, and you pour your heart and soul out, and it's like the nicest thing in the world, and then they don't reply, and it just says read or seen. But then you're like, well, shit, dude, like, it's me, I'm so ugly, like, I'm just such a bad person, you know, whatever, and you're so hard on yourself.
Not funny.
Yeah, or you're just like, or you're just like, fuck them, they're a bad person, so you either turn it on yourself or turn it on them. But then, when you get a DM...
Don't touch me.
I'm not. I'm aware. I know I have long fingers. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little creepy crawler over here. You know... They rub up on your knee.
Touch me.
Be like that. Be like
Nasty
a grandpa,
ass.
dude. Look at grandpa and just start touching your knee while I'm talking to you. You wish. Dude, I will out crab you, bro. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Is my mic still on good? You know, and then if someone DMs you, so if you DM someone, they read it, it's either their fault or your fault, right? You get upset in some way, shape, or form. They don't reply, and she's just a rocket, stone cold rocket. Well, say then a 4 or a 3 or someone not your type DMs you that same kind of thing, and then you hit them with a red, or you don't advance the conversation the way that they're wanting you to. Now the roles are reversed. Now you're the dick.
Yeah, it's really just a shifting of perspective.
So that's what I gotta take into consideration all the time, is so much of what we complain about we're doing.
Yeah,
it's so hypocritical, and especially with social media. They don't even realize it.
Yeah, it's that. Well, that's really, I think, just magnified it more than anything. I don't think it's like created any new problems, but I think it's magnified issues
or allowed
that already
you to do it in mass amounts too.
Yeah, well, it magnified issues that already existed, but I think what that's doing is it's giving us like an opportunity to make a change and see like, oh shit, this is
not good.
You know, I was reading this book that you fucking gave me. What's it called again?
Rational Optimist.
Rational Optimist. It's a fantastic book, dude. I am hooked in. I was glued to the book. But so I'm reading it, and they're talking about how fuck, what was I gonna say about it? I forgot now. There's a lot in there. Hang on, I forgot, but I'll come back to it if I remember. Fuck.
Was it about the what you were telling me in the lobby when we got here?
Maybe start.
If
not, I'll
being
make it about that.
productive.
I mean, the whole book is fairly about that.
Yeah, but productivity with like being independent.
Hang on, maybe I took a note. Oh no, I don't think it's.
Like you're less, even if the person that you're working with is doing nothing, you're still more productive than if you were to be doing it.
No, I mean that's just talking about collaboration. I think collaboration is important, but I was reading this thing though, and he said that I just thought this was really interesting, And I didn't want to get too into the book or anything, but this was just an interesting thing that the brain is an organ that burns energy at 9 times the rate of the rest of your body.
Wow.
So
It's pretty crazy.
yeah, so you're burning as you're like when you're thinking real hard about stuff. You're burning way more energy doing that than if you were to go exert a bunch of physical energy.
Really?
Yeah, and it was really getting into all the science of as to how we got to be that way as a species over the years from like the other I guess types of potential humans that existed before us. They had giant guts and their guts were bigger than their brains. But our brains are way bigger than our gut and our intestines. And it got into the science of that. Was pretty cool.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's a cool book. Thanks for letting me read it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to get it done, dude, before we even get home.
I know.
That'd be cool. You got any goals, dude, for the year?
Do I have any goals for the year?
Yeah, are you a goal guy?
You know what, man? I'm actually not. I am a goal guy. But, like, they're year-round. I'm not a New Year's resolution guy because... And it's not necessarily because of any other reason other than the fact that I just have OCD. And I'm just... I don't know, man. It's just the way that my mind works. Like, if I get an idea in my head... I feel like I gotta start doing something with it or start... I just get excited about it. Like, if I get my goal or I have a goal and then it just keeps building and manifesting in my brain. So I just feel like I need to start, like, doing something towards it. So then, you know, like, I don't know. It just is like an ongoing thing. Like, it's just an ongoing New Year's resolution. It sounds corny, and I don't mean to sound cool or anything like that, but...
Well, I'm not really as much a goal guy. I mean, I have goals, but like, I feel like my goals are more like...
I just have these visions.
I have like 5, 10 year, 15 year out goals, and then like in the meantime, I have objectives that like I've got to deal with. And the problem with doing like that I find with doing like goals in general is just that the path is always changing. And that has to be okay. And I think that when I put down in words like it's got to be this way because this is what my goal is and I need to achieve my goal because that's what everybody tells me I need to do, then if that's not the right way, but I'm forcing it to be the right way because I wrote it down in a fucking note, you know, on December 30th, you know, like that's insanity. That's literally the definition of insanity.
Yeah, it is because you're trying because that's almost trying to predict the future too much to a degree.
It is, like, yeah, and it's being arrogant about the situation that you're in. You've got to be willing to adapt.
A year ago, what is so crazy is
none of this was a part of the goal.
Not even this was barely even in a 5-year goal. And so things just adapt and happen.
And it's not that we're like ahead of schedule on other shit. It's just that it happened one day that we woke up and we're like, today is the day that we're going to just do it. And it wasn't, again, it's not like we're ahead of schedule on anything else, but
we actually,
my articles had been doing well. And so we're like, we might as well just jump on the mic because we got this platform.
Well, and then too, the podcast was actually the first podcast idea that we were gonna have. Well, not the first, but the first podcast idea was pretty much what we're doing right now. And we'll get into that at some point. It'll be fun to talk about when we're fucking made it. But we were actually before
hopefully
this.
It'll be never, but
yeah, hopefully. But before this, we were going to do an ASB elite-centered, more business-centered podcast where we actually have more guests on. It's more structured, and we still want to do that and get to that at some point. But that was actually the plan to do before this, not do a comedy entertainment type of podcast first. But it just kind of worked out, and I'm glad we're doing it this way because I think people are actually getting to see who we are instead of just being just these business guys that
Well,
everyone
it's
else
hard.
is doing.
Yeah, it's hard because I feel like I don't get a voice like this to where I can talk to people outside of this because I'm just never out, out and
Right.
about, and I'm not able to hang out with some of my friends that don't live, where we live and all this stuff. So having this is really helpful to, I think, put together more of the story from the stuff that we do to where maybe you're reading it, and it helps understand, like, if I don't know, I think that having all these elements puts the puzzle together real nice, and then having the
Want something to be different too, because
the authenticity,
the
it's
authenticity is
huge.
the biggest part, man. Because I've been seeing so many podcasts. Like I've been really trying to,
Fuck
I mean,
podcast, dude. Just business in general.
yeah, everything. Well, everything right now just seems so watered down, and I'm really starting to notice that as right now I'm trying to, uh, get my page on Instagram built up. So also, if I know you and you get unfollowed, nothing personal, just let me know and I'll get back to you. But there's a lot of just of the reaching out to the other pages, trying to be seen and whatnot to get attention to your account. So
Trying out different shit because it's not like we're
yeah, we're just trying out
marking guys.
different.
I might hire somebody to.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying something out with some guy, and I pretty much am just. I have some guy just running my
Managing
following, managing like follower, unfollowing. Like he's just going in and getting people from certain demographics and just trying to pull some people in from like different comedy podcasts and all these different things.
We're really just trying to build a network and establish that. So
Right.
like, and it's not even following and unfollowing necessarily.
It's more so just following and then I guess unfollowing people that don't stick around more so than anything.
But like,
It's a good way to build your page too. But I've been interacting. The point of this though
oh yeah, go ahead.
was that I've been seeing a lot of different podcasts and a lot of different blogs and bloggers and seeing just people doing a lot of the similar things, and it's crazy because they're all doing they're all kind of speaking the same language, and it's kind of like I get what you're doing, but there's like big names that are already doing this, that are already doing the motivation thing, that are already doing that. So if you're not like fucking already there
Well,
and
mix
famous and
in
people
some
don't know you,
motivation. Mix it in when you can, and
well, yeah, like we do.
Just
Like,
let
we
people
talk
get-
about everything. But
Well,
we're just
just-
talking, having a conversation. That's all we're doing. There's
yeah,
no agenda.
we just let people get motivated from whatever they take.
yeah, because like we could
don't
be
set
motivating.
out to be motivational.
Yeah,
We
because
just set out to be us.
seeing people's actions, I think, is always like super motivating for me. Like watching like other podcasts, like no one's ever told me or you how to have a successful podcast or what you need to do or how to do one or anything like that. Like there's no degree on it. There's no courses really. So all we can really do is watch the other podcasts
And figure it out.
figure it out
on
as
our
we
own,
go.
and research.
But that's what's cool is because you can kind of watch what people are doing and then implement it,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just so much that you can gain from that. And I don't remember what my original point was. Oh, yeah, that's the motivation for me, is seeing people putting in more work than me. That's like where that motivation is, because I'm like, damn, I need to be doing more
Yeah.
because they're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that a lot too, but I don't know, man. I just like to have a silly goose
I
time.
like to have fun, but I have fun doing all this. Like we're
I do
different
too.
in that sense, though, to where like
I feel like
better
naturally
at-
though I'm so serious, and so like I just want to. I'm not even serious though. Like I just am in a shell of serious.
Well,
Like
you're
inside.
just better at like
pretending to be serious.
or disconnecting. Like you're just better at disconnecting from things, whether it be disconnecting from a conversation. Like you could be in a conversation but be disconnected from it,
yeah.
or you can take emotions out of things. Like you can look at everything logically and mathematically, versus to where me, I can only look at things as emotionally. Like I can only look at things emotionally. So like say we're having a down week numbers wise, I'll look at it and go, dude, we weren't funny, or we didn't have anything interesting to say. And then I'll come back to you with all kinds of problems, and we'll pretty much get in a fight over it. And then you'll have to come to me and say, well, no, 2 plus 2 equals 4 with your dumbass.
You just didn't promote it right.
We were like, well, if you don't do this and you don't
thing.
do that, and then you mathematically put it together, so you've got a good job of actually disconnecting from a lot of that. I don't. But
Well, I think there's just a certain level of delusion that I try to steer clear from, and while some people might be laughing thinking that I'm the most delusional person that they know,
we're both pretty delusional.
but there's also like a real
We're doing a podcast in a hotel room, for God's sakes.
level of like
This is honestly like therapy.
There's some sort of level to where like we know what's going on. There's not really like a delusion, and it's like there's so much information. Oh, I remember what I was saying, dude. What he was saying in the book was and I don't even remember what it was, but I remember what he was saying. He quoted a guy, and he's like, "I'll never be as smart as this guy, but what advantage I do have over him is I'm able to read his book." And that's so true and so valuable. Like, maybe I'll never be as smart as whoever, but I don't need to be as smart as them because I have access to all of their intelligence.
Right.
I don't need to know what they know because I have what they know. I can
To a degree.
No, I'm not. I can
Not
literally
everyone puts every single thing that they know, though, into a book.
No, but the network of information that we all share around is just a bunch of collected
Right.
data that we've all shared
Mm-hmm.
and have somewhat accumulated, and so that's what is so cool. And there are some people that think that people back then knew more than we know today, and that is just so not true.
Yeah, it's not. I mean,
We had a current event. It was just one current event.
did we? I don't know what it was.
The Barney thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get into that, and then we'll shut this down because I still got to edit it and then upload it tonight before we
It's going to be a somewhat quick one, and
skedaddle.
yeah, we're just kind of honestly just doing it. Staying in here, keeping the reps up. Yeah, I definitely miss having the somewhat of a structure, but it's also kind of fun not having it for a minute again. Just kind of end of the year doing whatever.
Oh, what
Just hanging out.
we were thinking of too. We did have a couple of show notes actually.
Did we?
Yeah, how we always talk about humor that we like and don't like, and how we have walkie-talkie humor that I hate and I can't stand. And I just can't say any kind of walkie-talkie humor. Like if you're gonna go, I need a favor, over.
Yeah.
Not funny, dude, ever. Or if you're in like a caravan, and you got walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
If you're making jokes.
While you're walkie-talkieing, it's like, dude, just either use them for what they're used for or don't use them.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the channel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, dude, I know what you're talking about because that actually does drive me nuts. Because I remember as a kid,
there's not.
we always
and
had
it's,
those uncles when we were all caravanning together, and he's like, this is,
well, if
they're
it's
trying to fuck with
it's
you too. And
real,
it's like,
real
dude,
walkie-talkies isn't that big of. I'm not as harsh, I guess, on real walkie-talkies, but I have an issue
no,
when
I'm saying
people.
real walkie-talkie humor. When
I know, but I'm not as harsh about it.
because like I'm a kid, right? And you give me a walkie-talkie, right? This is before like cell phones are big, and I'm on a hockey tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of state. I was afraid of being kidnapped as a child. So when you got one of the hockey dads or like an uncle that thinks it's funny to just start talking like you're some truck driver from Missouri, and just
You
start,
were a weird
and start,
case of
and start spitting lick at me,
afraid though.
on that, to where like I'm in a hotel room by myself at 8 years old, while M and D are hanging out with the other hockey parents, and then we got all they leave me with is a yellow walkie-talkie.
But you got to
and they say it's channel 6, and then all of a sudden I hear on channel 6, and I hear, "Breaker, this is Randy 232," and then it's like, who the fuck is Randy? And then like they start talking, and then they're like, "I'm looking for a boy named Zach," and you're like, and then it's just all people think they're just funny, and it's like, dude, I'm young. This is like Home Alone, dude. They're gonna be. I mean, because we might as well have been at a Motel 6. We weren't, but...
Yeah, dude. So I hate walkie-talkie humor pretty much of all kind.
But that's,
So it sounds like you don't like it as well.
When you're actually using the walkie-talkie especially. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you don't like.
But what's funny, though, is air horn humor. Not air horn humor, the megaphone humor.
Yeah.
If anything, megaphone, because there's a different kind of voice when you're doing megaphone.
It can be.
Kind of sounds like 2 Chainz.
What I was thinking though was really funny is role play humor. And the reason why I think role play humor is so funny is because I hate like actual role playing. Like
sexually?
No, not sexually.
You don't want to be like a fireman.
No.
Have a hat like as a belt for your.
I want to be me, dude. I want to be me all the time. But what I was saying though is I hate role playing like in sales. Like when I was first getting in doing sales, we would do all these role plays, and the whole insurance industry as a whole pretty much just like in conversation in a regular conversation. You'll just break out into a role play and go.
Insurance industry.
Okay, so just ring.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Zach.
Hi.
Hey, Zach. This is Justin, and
hi, Justin.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just calling to let you know that we're doing a role play, and
I'm not sure if I'm interested in.
Oh no, you're gonna be interested because this is fun.
Okay.
No, but we're gonna learn and we're gonna get better.
Please take me off your list.
Nah, fuck you.
Please take me off your list.
But when you do it and you make a joke out of that though, and you have. I saw.
So give me an example.
The most recent one.
Or like do it with me.
Well, okay. So
don't give us some shitty thing that you saw.
Well, okay. So
cooking video on Pinterest. Like, dude, just do one.
Okay. So
have fun. It's New Year's. Just get silly, dude. Get your silly going.
So we'll role play.
Okay. So play the role play.
Okay. So this is fuck. I don't even know who I'm gonna be. Who should I be?
Tell me, you're running the role play. You're starting it.
Well, I know, but I'm usually the one that's getting
No.
I'm usually the one getting entertained by this stuff.
Okay.
By role play humor.
Okay.
I'm not creating it.
Okay. Well, I'm still trying to understand role play humor fully.
Well, okay. So I just think it's like when you're talking about a story and you're bringing it up, and it's like there's a conversation and you're summarizing how it went down. Right? So
I need you to fill in for a story I'm telling. I need you so I'm pretty much like, okay, role play humor. So it's like the person constructing the role play humor, the entertainer, if you will, right, is like the writer, director of the movie.
Yeah, I guess.
He employs you when someone employs you as being an actor in their story.
Yeah,
is
they're
that what
like
you're talking about. I was at the store and I was talking to the clerk. Like I was like, so hey, I was at line with the store. Say we're selling. All right. So yeah, dude, I was at Safeway the other day, and I ran into this gentleman named Dave. Hey, Dave.
Oh, hey, Z.
Hey, Dave. I don't know if you've recently.
You're butchering it. This is how it would go. It'd be like,
I'm not butchering it. I'm learning.
Okay, no, I know.
Learning.
I get that. I'm just gonna help you out. So it'd be like, all right, you go and you say, okay, so I'm at the grocery store, right? And checkout guy named Dave is helping me out. So you be Dave, and I'm gonna explain to you how this goes.
I'll be Dave.
Meanwhile, there's like another friend that's sitting here, who hooked up. Say it's a chick who hooked up with Dave.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So I'm checking out. Ready? Oh, hey man, are you Dave?
Yeah.
Didn't you hook up with Linda?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, how was that?
Fucking.
Meanwhile, Linda is just getting real uncomfortable, because this is all about her, and it's like jokingly, it's like that role play humor. Does that make sense at all? Like, can I tell you what I saw? Because now fucking, this is so confusing now, because it's really a multiple. You'd
understand it better.
It's not me not understanding. It's a multiple person thing. It's not like a 2-person deal.
Oh.
So it's
you need a group.
Yeah.
You need an army.
Pretty much, dude. But basically, what it was Chris D'Elia and Will Sasso, and then and Brian Callum, and Brian Callums, and this was on the Fighter and the Kid podcast. And those guys were doing that kratom stuff, which is some sort of a it's not healthy, but it's some sort of a supplement that's like meth, and and they were taking it, and so Chris D'Elia is like, okay, so basically here's the conversation of how this is gonna go. You be the guy that's selling the drugs, and I'm gonna be Brendan. Ready? Okay. Hey, are you a drug dealer?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm really fucking stupid, and I need to get some drugs so that I can focus. Do you have any of those? And it was like, and the way that Sasso was responding back to him, and then it was going back and forth.
Okay.
Or like when you even sometimes like you could get in. I guess it could be a 2-player game. A
story, because like there's a lot of times where like,
yeah, dude,
my favorite kind of humor is like.
Well, can I just finish this point really quick?
I just want to know if it ties together, but go ahead.
You could slip it into a 2-player game with somewhat of like someone you don't know, right? Like a stranger. Uber drivers, that's always fun to do. And like if you're on a date and you have a driver that's driving you to some sort of a party or something, they're like, how did you meet? And then the 2 people without like rehearsing it or anything just come up with this story. Like, I was going to this party one time with this chick.
That'd be fun, dude, in the back of a car.
Dude, that was what I was in the back of this Uber with this girl one time going to a party, and the Uber driver's like, how did you guys meet? And she works at the same office as us, not with us, but at the same office, and we're just friends. But we went into this whole thing about how she's a stripper and all this stuff, and I get that, I think, from our dad, because he's big into that sort of humor.
He's El Chingona that.
Coming up with stories about how our mom was a stripper and he saved her from that.
Yeah. He's always been a
I don't know if I
goose
used the
about
stripper
that.
thing with her, but it was something along those lines, and it was fucking funny. And
Yeah,
I just love
that's
role
funny.
play humor. So that's what it is.
Yeah, one of my favorite kind of humors is I'll call it it's like humor, because when you're just doing something and then you just say, yeah, it's like, and then you fill in the blank and you use your imagination. So it's like we come in here. So it's like when we came in, or what if, the what if kind of stuff. Like, dude, what if we just came in here and there was just some naked hobo just scrubbing down?
Dude, random.
And then you build on it and you go,
funny.
yeah, dude, and he's just shaving his legs, dude, and he's got lotion, and I'm like, yeah, dude, and he's got like a puppy.
Yeah, but what you got to do with that
Just
is
builds.
but you also have to repeat what you just said. I feel like it's like a pyramid almost. Like,
Yeah, it kind of goes with the pyramid style.
If we go, what if there's a naked dude just sitting in here, and then you say, what if there's a naked dude just sitting in here and he was shaving his legs, and I say, okay, but what if he's shaving his legs and he's also got his taint lifted up, and so you repeat and then build,
Yeah.
dude. That's so funny too.
Yeah, he's
God,
got a
I
French
love
accent.
that. Yeah, dude. He's got a.
What if he's got his
got a-
taint pulled up and he says, "Hello,
He's got.
je ne parle français." That's what he says to you.
He's got his taint pulled up. He's speaking French, and he just gives you a wink.
And then when he winks at you,
He just
Claude-
gives you a wink.
it's Claude Van Damme.
It's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, dude. So that's probably my favorite kind of humor.
Yeah, dude, those are funny yokes.
I grew up doing that kind of humor all the time. Like that, my
You know
my
what else,
closest friends
dude?
growing up, all of our relationships, dude, were built off of that kind of humor.
You know what it was for me? What was
And movie
really
quotes.
big? Yeah, those are huge. What was real big for me was, and still is answering your own questions. And it's usually like a 3-question set list, and it's usually no, yes, or yes, no. But we started doing that when I was playing for the Thunderbirds, and our goalie, I think it was our goalie and a couple of the other guys like started it, and then when the rest of the team like got there and the season started, we were all doing it by like the second day. And I was gonna do one for my Instagram story. I was like, are we going out of town today? Yeah. Are we gonna have a fun time? Yes. Are we missing a podcast? Absolutely not. But I think if you do it, like, if you set it up right and you get the right cadence and you do it really, like, you do a few of them.
Chris D'Elia is probably actually the best at it.
He does do that a lot,
because he's
too.
he just does it like really quick. He'll be like, "Now, am I super really tired because we've been traveling all day?"
I had a kid on my team that did it quicker and better than D'Elia.
Really?
Yeah, a kid named Mason Bowe, and he was like, "Do I care? No." But he would rattle them off, and he would have a swagger as he ends it.
Well, was he just like real pretentious about it?
When he said
that would
it,
be funny.
yes,
Yeah,
he
real
was.
pretentious. He's saying he's like, "Do I want to go? No. Do I have to do it? Yeah, but I."
Do I care? No. Am I gonna kill it? Probably. And it was just real fucking funny, dude. Anyways, so this current event, we got let's transition to current events, then shut this bitch down.
Call it a bitch.
We're gonna just do one pod or one
We're
current
just gonna
event.
do one podcast while we're out of town.
Fuck you,
We're gonna do
dude.
2 this week.
I'm gonna fucking
We're gonna do shit.
fill a pillowcase, dude.
With what? Bars of soap? Better call housekeeping. We only got one in there. That homeless dude's in there using it up.
That homeless dude's in there, he's using it up, and
Boom.
you know what he's doing? He's coming in, he's farting on your pillow.
That's called a punchline, guys. We were talking about
He's
something.
farting on your pillow.
We changed the subject and then we brought it back. It's called
Bringing
a
it
punchline.
back.
Did we just do a comedy bit on the podcast and make it a joke? Yeah, we did.
And was that free for you guys? Yeah. Will
Yeah,
it be
it was.
forever? Probably not, dude. You may have to go
And
on stage.
Is it an hour of just good podcast material of 2 dudes
Free.
just sitting in a hotel room for
All
free?
that we
Yeah,
ask
it
is that you click subscribe.
And do you have to listen to a couple ads? Yeah, you do.
All you got to do is click subscribe.
But do you get discounts and 15% off on
cool shit?
on places like primalherb.com or axandsubs.com? You do.
You do. And you
So
get some
anyways.
yucks in. Anyway, so Barney,
that.
dude. I got to get this Barney thing off my chest.
Barney's into some stuff.
Barney's into the dark arts. Tell you that.
I kind of got it. Number 1.
Okay, well, I'll be quick about it.
Yeah,
I'm just
please.
going to read the headline and then a quick snippet, and then we'll be done. David Joyner, the guy who played Barney the dinosaur, now runs a tantric
So
sex...
there's only one guy that was Barney this whole time?
Yeah, can I finish reading the headline before you fucking interrupt? David Joyner, the guy who played Barney the dinosaur, now runs a tantric sex business. David finds clients any number of ways, including meeting women on Tinder and turning them into believers.
Whoa. Say that again. Just that last sentence.
David finds clients any number of ways, including meeting women on Tinder and turning them into believers.
Believers of what?
Tantric sex.
Oh.
It's a spiritual healing. He's a spiritual healer is now what he goes by.
Okay.
So it's no longer Barney the dinosaur is his title. It's now
Big Dick Barney?
spiritual healer.
Oh.
Talk about big dick energy. So here's why this is appalling for me particularly. Now, in any case, this is not that crazy of a thing to think about because there's a lot of weird shit that happens, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, there is.
But what is weird is that my parents, for some reason, I guess I liked Barney, hired him and his boys, that guy, the real fucking Barney.
The real Barney's at our house?
Yes. The real dude.
What?
Yeah,
Aside
dude.
from all this, that's kind of dope.
It is dope, but M&D did some weird, some reckless shit when we were real young, financially.
See it.
Like they told me this time that they spent, they were drunk, you know, I think enjoying some vino and pizza one night, and they were watching when the QVC thing infomercials first came out. They said infomercials ran their life, dude. And just they spent way too much money on an Elmo for me. And then
See, I think they probably got burned out of all that.
they learned their lesson,
Either
and then
that-
you didn't get.
I got. They're like, well, fuck. Now I got the second one.
Well,
just hope- let's
you
just
didn't have a
hope-
curfew in high school, so I did.
That's true.
Anyways,
Yeah, I was.
the thing
yeah.
of it is though is we had Barney over at the house when I was a rugrat, and I had to been what 2-3 years old.
I think I was just
You might have just been
waking up into the world.
You
I
might have just
think.
been crawling out. I would have had to have been older than that.
I think I
Probably
had that new baby smell.
3 or 4. Yeah, you were
That
still
new man
shitting in your
smell.
pants for sure.
New man smell.
You had to have still been going number 2 in your drawers.
You don't have to say that though. It's kind of gross.
I'm just saying you were at that young age to where you're not potty trained yet.
Potty trained. Well,
Anyways, dude, yeah, that was a weird thing. So he's now a tantric sex worker, and that's where we're at. It's 2018. He charges $350 an hour.
so he just.
I'm not sure if that's the same rate that my parents paid when.
We should ask him.
We're going to when we see him after this. But we should. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out if that's more or less than what they paid back then.
Be
then-
interesting to see.
Dude,
I wonder what his
honestly,
clientele's looking like. What does he look like?
I don't know. I'm gonna see if there's a picture.
What's his name? David Joyner.
Yep. The guy who played Barney.
Well, there you have it. So Big Dick Barney.
Dude, there is. I
is-
mean, it got. All right, so I'm just gonna read a quote actually from this.
Well, I asked to see what he looked like.
Well, I know, but I'm getting there, and he says when you go down on a woman orally, it should be just like you're saying grace, like blessing the food you're about to receive. Those are his. That's Barney's words. He's got a guy.
You love me.
Yeah, how much of that song was influenced by
Give
this
me
fucking guy?
some pussy.
Whoa.
That's the X-rated.
Hey,
version.
dude.
Do you want to share with the class?
Yeah, if Floyd Mayweather and Darius Rucker were one person.
Oh, that's what he.
Is that not what that is?
Yeah.
He looks just like that.
Y'all know I'm the money fuck. Y'all know who the
dog.
real money fuck is.
That is hilarious. If I had sex with a patient, it would be criminal and I would be prosecuted and lose my license.
He has a license to. Wait. Hold up.
That's a different guy
Oh.
who's saying that.
Anyways, all right. Well, shout out to
So evidently, there's a little bit of backlash, dude. Anytime you get into a sex work, any type of a sex work,
Well,
there's
yeah.
someone who's
I'm-
taking offense.
We're
but-
probably like 5-10 years away from people not being weird about that.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you
I
gotta
would say.
you gotta think, dude, of like. I feel like whoring yourself out for something sexual is honestly like not even the worst thing that you could whore yourself out for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Not to
it's-
get too deep, shut her down, but like I feel like there's a lot of worse things you could be shelling your honor out, your loyalty, your word, all sorts of things. And I feel like if you just got to sell a little bit of, if I had to sell sex over loyalty, I'd rather pay sex than loyalty. You know, loyalty is something that's worth a lot to me, so I'm trying to keep that close.
That's sacred.
And if I need to pay sex in order to deal with something rather than loyalty, I'd rather that. So, anyways, we're going to close this out on that awkward note.
Yeah.
And we're going to wish everybody We're talking about David Joyner being a tantric sex worker, saying blessings as he's going down. It's New Year's, dude.
You're trying to wish everyone a blessed New Year's, and they're getting this the day after. They're gonna be hungover, and they're like, "Dude, I wish you would have said this a day. This would have been nice to know yesterday."
Well, they're just gonna get a happy belated.
Happy belated.
And it's still a new year.
Hey, you know what we also don't ever do?
It's just not New Year's Day.
I don't know, but I'm gonna guess there could be a birthday coming out to someone that listens. So happy birthday!
Ooh, happy birthday! We've never done that.
We've never done that, but I just thought about it. I'm like, dude, we always wish people that there's
up.
got to be someone that's got a birthday coming up.
Yeah, dude, hit us
I
up.
don't know. I don't know anyone specifically.
If your birthday's coming up, dude, and you're getting a shout out, if your birthday's
out.
coming up, we'll give you a birthday shout out. You
Quick
just
announcement.
hit us up, and we'll read them. We'll read them on the morning announcements. We'll let them know.
I did want to make an announcement in regards to merch. As you guys have known or have seen, we did drop hats, but there is some issue with the checkout process, and I don't really know exactly what's going on with it, but I don't understand their processing system, and I don't like it, so I'm going to try and switch us over to something else.
We're working through it, though.
Yeah, and it might get done on this trip.
Keep hitting us up if you...
If you want a hat, still just DM us or send us a thing. Like, there's a contact us. We have an email. Contact at sociallyawkwardpod.com is the email. So if you guys want to make an order, do anything like that, you guys can do it that way. And then shirts are going to be dropping as soon as we can get this new store site up. But that's all I got.
That's it, dude. So I guess for those of you just tuning in, I'm Jay.
I'm Z.
And together we're Jay-Z. So this has been social.
Don't forget to, even though I don't care if it's a New Year's, I don't care if it's a substitute teacher today, just like homework and just like syllabus and parent signatures. Don't forget to share with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe,
review,
leave a review. It helps us so much.
More than you'd think.
More than you'd think. I promise you it does. I'm not just saying that. He's not just saying that. But other than that,
have a load of fun this week, dude.
Great week.
Have a great week.
This feeling right now, man, I swear it feel. Yeah.